We are live from Manchester, the United Kingdom.
Start with a mic and a phone. You don't have to be a broadcaster.
Start with a mic and a phone. You don't have to be a broadcaster, guys.
Come join us. We'll show you how to be a podcaster. Stories to tell, ideas to master. Your voice will be heard and you'll grow even faster.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us in another wonderful episode of Spotlight. My name is Cyrus and I'm the proud creator of Whisper Boy and the CEO of Wendy Juno. I have the pleasure of presenting to you Calm from Victorville, California. Calm, why don't you say hi to our audience, and then after that we'll start the conversation.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? My name is Calm. It's an amalgamation of Michael and Malcolm. Malcolm is the name my mom gave me, and Michael is the name my dad gave me. You just put them together and you get Calm. Voila. Just like you've been told, I'm living in Victorville. I live here I work as an engineer over here, as an avionics engineer, and part of my time, I find that to be an interesting job. At the same time, I find doing stuff like this, getting on a podcast, to be very interesting. And I've been invited, so here I am. Tell you all about myself as we continue.
Thank you so much, Calm. Calm, I first met you on one of NEO Songs shows. Is a good friend of mine, and unfortunately we don't have Zara with us today. She's also a fan of yours. We all are here at Whisper Boy. We always admire what you do in the live shows, and you've been a phenomenal guest on other people's shows, and we thought maybe it's a good idea to create your own show for you. Maybe it's about time, right? So we watch people on LinkedIn, and we decide who needs to start their own show. Then we suggest it to them. It's like an invitation, and then it's down to the person to accept or decline. So I'm really glad you accepted that opportunity.
So much.
Yeah, I'm really excited, Calm, because you have such a fantastic personality, and the amount of knowledge that you have, and it's not limited to the industry you work in, which is a very, very precision level kind of performance, and but your knowledge goes above and beyond that professional capacity, and our audience are going to get familiarized with your work, your voice, and what you think, most importantly, what is happening up here. So I'm really excited for your launch day, which is upcoming, by the way. It's coming up soon. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it, dive right into it. So we're talking about 10 ways to grow your business podcasts, listeners and viewers. So why should a business have a podcast? Because you need to be on your customers or your prospects top of mind, right? So you should always be in their mind, and whatever you're selling, if it's a product, if it's a service, you need to create an audience. You need to create a community. That's the word I was looking for. You need to create a community around that service or a product that you are creating and offering to the market. Remember, it's not a business without customers. So, number one, out of 10 ways to grow your podcast's audience. Number one, nail your hook. So be an expert at delivering that hook, create that curiosity, right? So great title and intros, pull listeners in fast. You want to pull the listeners in. Listeners give you 5 to 8 seconds and then they scroll past you if you fail to get them hooked, right? You've heard that expression, haven't you? So you get someone hooked. So some people sometimes say, I came to Spotlight and I got hooked, right? So that's what it means. So they become really interested and stay interested. That's getting the customer hooked, getting the viewers or listeners hooked. So the first 5 seconds is crucial, okay? That's when the customer or listener decides if they're going to give you the time of the day or not, okay? It's really important. So make it or break it. There are no second chances for first impressions. So get that right, please. To give you an example, The Daily is the name of the podcast by New York Times. Hooks with curiosity-driven titles, right? So that was an example. So every one of these titles that I'm going to discuss with you guys, I'm going to give you an example. So next one is leverage social media clips. There are some really clever podcasters out there who use this tactic, right? Post short, captioned highlights that act like trailer to attract non-listeners. So your hardcore fans always listen to you. Your non-listeners, which is your cold market, they watch the short clips and they become interested and they think to themselves, actually, I have to go and watch the full length episode. You know, when you watch a movie trailer and you think, that's my favorite actor, or that's my favorite brand of movies, like Marvel. I need to go and watch the full length thing in the cinema, right? So short clips acts as a trailer for your podcast. So example, Diary of a CEO by Stephen Bartlett exploded by using cinematic clips. So it became famous. This podcast, Diary of a CEO, it became famous by just using short cinematic clips. Out of 10 ways to grow your business podcast, we can mention the third one, guys. Invite guests with audiences. That is something you do, Calm. That's, in a way, your area of expertise, because I know you've been going to people's shows. What kind of shows do you go on usually?
Well, these are shows that any host typically.
Any also.
Yeah. Any song, yes, the one that the fellow that you've been following, the one that you call your best friend, or the one that says, he's a good friend of mine too. Okay. Yeah. Don't tell him I ever said that though. The shows that I go, those are the shows that I go to. Anything that really interests my mind, anything that my friends are actually putting up, really. That interests me. They send it to me and I say, okay, let me go check it out and see what it's all about, because I really enjoy
absolutely.
People, like for yourself. If you came up on LinkedIn and you had several shows, I'd say, let me go and see that. He's a phenomenal guy, Mr. Phenomenal. I need to go and watch him.
You're fantastic.
That's all I'm thinking. That is all I'm thinking. Phenomenal. What are you doing? Go to Phenomenal.
You are amazing. Thank you. You know what? What we are discussing here. So you are a perfect example, like the case in point, basically. So what I've discussed here is guests bring their followers to your show, giving you instant access to new listeners. So as an example, I went to Ennio Song's show and I met you. So that was me given access to his network. And then I found you on there. So you are a talent that I found on his show. Therefore, I am a living example, living proof of this principle. So to give you another example, SmartLess with Jason Bateman, Sean Hayes, and Will Arnett. They bring guests to their shows. And they regularly bring different celebrities to their shows, right? So these are very, very successful and clever podcasters. good examples in the market. Please Google them, listen to them, and be inspired by them, right? And learn from them. And as they say, steal like an artist. What does that mean? That means go to 5, 6, 7, 10 different podcasts, learn different methods, and make them yours and add your personality to it, right? So follow their structure and create your own show, okay? So number 4, repurpose content everywhere. What does that mean? Before I explain this, I just want to say hello once again to my friends on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. That's the platforms we are on today. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. Me and Calm, I'm from Manchester, and
I'm from Victorville, California.
Calm is from Victorville, California. Absolutely. We are honored to have you on this show. Thank you so much for watching the show. And if you're watching the rerun, here's a few words for you as well. Thank you so much for watching the rerun of the show. Thank you so much for watching the recorded version. Remember, it doesn't matter if it's live. It makes no difference if it's live or recorded. What really matters is you are watching, you are listening, and you are learning. In the same way, I watched and listened and learned, and I am passing it on to you. Please remember, if you like what you're watching or what you're hearing, please follow us on our social media, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. Give us a follow, please, so you won't miss any of our content. So going back to number 4, out of the 10 reasons, 10 ways how to grow your business podcast's audience. So number 4 is repurpose content everywhere. Okay, don't spare any platforms. Turn podcasts into blogs, carousels. You see a lot of carousels on LinkedIn, don't we? Turn it into blogs. So really clever podcasters, what they do is they create a blog and put the podcast episode on the blog as a part of it. And then there's a play button, and some people like reading, some people like listening. So you give them both enough accessibility. You make it more accessible. Yeah. So sometimes you get listeners who may not be comfortable, like they may be visually impaired, or they need large print. You make people's life easier. Put that button in there, right? Put the script in it, in that blog post, and put the button in there as well. Make it possible for people to watch or listen to you easily, right? So if your show is accessible, if your blog is accessible, it becomes more popular, right? So it's like I'll give you 2 different types of restaurants as an example, right? So restaurant A is just a restaurant. Restaurant B, you go to have a meal, and they have a car park as well. They have a parking, right? Parking space. Of course, which you would go to the second one, won't you? Because you get to park your car in there and sit down and have a meal with peace of mind, right? So make accessibility a thing in your planning when you create your podcast, right? So always think of your end user, and then the end user will never leave your side. That's how it works, right? Reciprocity. That's the word I was looking for, right? Reciprocity. People reciprocate and return the favor. So carousels, newsletter. So turn your podcast into blogs, carousels, and newsletters to capture different content consumers. So you need to cater for different types of tastes, right? Online marketing made easy by Amy Porterfield repurposes every episode. So she's a good example of this process, of this example. Online marketing made easy. Google that one, guys. Number 5, use SEO, search engine optimization. Use SEO in title and descriptions. So if you look at our title and look at our description, the items that we discuss in here is in the description. The title of the show is where the title should be. It's really hassle-free and straightforward, isn't it? Just learn the rules and play the game. Simple as that. So YouTube and Google.
Really
Yeah, YouTube and Google, I have to ask you. So they ask you to do this so they can bring you to your viewers' attention, right? Have you ever seen shows that the description? You're a YouTube person, YouTube user than anything else. Have you seen shows where the description isn't on point?
No.
No, you haven't.
No.
Okay. So yeah, sometimes maybe that's the reason why you haven't, because it hasn't been brought to your attention. So the shows that don't have a good description, they don't rank that high. And considering that you only share, I know that's what you do on LinkedIn. You share high ranking posts that are significant for some reason, right? So if the description, that's a good example. If the description isn't good, it won't rank high. That's what Facebook and YouTube are asking you to do. Please
and that's what
get the description right.
On me. They know that I like high-ranking descriptions. They know that I don't like low-ranking descriptions. So they cater to me just like you indicated.
So use searchable keywords in the title and notes to boost organic discovery. So you become discoverable when you use the correct and proper description, right? So that's the reason why we are suggesting that. Marketing School by Neil Patel and Eric Siu ranks with topics like best SEO strategy right. So that's that. So let me read the full one. Number 4.
Best SEO strategy done right.
Okay, so best SEO strategy right now. That is the name of the show, and that is by Neil Patel and Eric Siu. I'm sorry there wasn't enough space for the characters on the screen. So
not worried. The gremlins got in there and ate away the tea.
Absolutely. Number 6, cross promotion. So to give you an example, partner with other podcasters to swap audiences without ads. So you either have to pay for ads, or you have to create a partnership between yourself and a friend. So I'm going to give Calm as an example. So after we're done with this episode, I'm going to post it on my socials, and Calm is going to post it on
mine,
on his socials, right? So yeah, absolutely. He's calm. Yeah, absolutely. He's calm, and I'm cool and collected. So that's why we work together, right?
I love that. But you also got to add that you are phenomenal as well.
Oh, you are amazing. Thank you so much. So now, why is this bit really significant? It's because it's going to save you a lot of money. Because if it wasn't for your friends who share you, you would have to pay for ads so people discover you, right? So, which is paid advertising. So then they charge you per click, right? And then you have to calculate the cost per click, as they call it, CPC, if I'm not mistaken. So your CPC goes up, right? If you don't have sharers, like friends and family who share you, right? So sometimes friends ask you, you have a show, how can I help you? How can I be involved in this? Well, the easiest thing you can do is share your friend out in the world, right? That's what you can do. And always create content that makes people look good. This is psychology, guys. This is psychology. People share things that makes them look good. That's all. Okay?
Oh, you look awesome. You just totally bang it out. Really, Cyrus. Unbelievable. Awesome.
People want to look good. But as an example, one of the first things you told me is, I bring the best, buy the best to the best. Did I get it right?
Yes.
You told me that, I think, 8-9 months ago.
Buy the best. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Buy the best.
Yeah.
So I always remember that. And that's what we do here. I've brought you Calm to the show, who's soon to become a podcaster himself. So because he's got more than enough hours of podcasting as a guest, so he's going to be a host soon. So remember, guys, podcast with your friends, people you are comfortable with, okay? Because the existing chemistry is better than a partnership that may or may not work. Okay, so if you have a good friend, right? If you have friends podcast with them. If you don't have friends, just, I don't know, buy the box set. If you don't have friends, I'm joking.
You like to go to you like to go to the pub, go to the pub.
Absolutely.
Instead of going to the pub and drinking
go to your
beer,
friends.
go podcast. Yeah.
Absolutely. Go to your friends.
Exactly. Do what you got to do. This is having fun here, getting down here and actually talking to you, Cyrus. It's been a lot of fun. It's actually, I'm getting into it, and I'm realizing that I'm enjoying it a little bit here. So that being the case, I want to do this more often. So which means I'm going to hang out with you a little, you and Zara, because Zara is not here. That's unfortunate. But that's the intent. And I would like to spend more time with you guys as a result and get that positive vibe in my life. And guess what? It's going to make changes. It's going to make changes for myself. Not only is it going to change my schedule, it's going to change the people I talk to. It's going to change the audience that listen to me. It's also going to change how I think. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for change. And that's always a constant thing that you got to be striving for. It's got to be a part of your life. You got to embrace it. So when I look at Cyrus, I think of change. He's going to change my life. And I'm going to embrace him because he's changed. And embracing him means that it rubs off on me. So,
absolutely,
him is going to rub off on me. And I'm excited for that, I really am. So,
Calm, are you thinking?
I call him phenomenal. So that means,
thank you.
He's phenomenal. He's going to rub off on me, isn't that? That's just awesome.
You're amazing. Thank you. Calm, are you thinking of a friend that you want to bring to your show, or are you thinking of? I think Any Song is a good example. Is a good candidate for your show. Think about a few friends, and then we will have a conversation with them. Bring them onto the show.
New friends
for your
every
launch.
day.
Good.
The number of LinkedIn members has increased significantly. I'd like to get that. Those who are following me has increased significantly, and I'm going to go, I believe, over the 10,000 mark before the end of the month. The end of the month.
Oh my!
And that's totally surprising to me because I'm actually at 944,000. At the beginning of the month, that's at 800 and something. So within this past few days, it's not even been a month yet. The increase has been almost 1,000. It's going to be more than that. But why is that? It's because of all these things that you're talking about. I can relate to them on my on the daily blogs, because I think I am kind of blogging on the daily blogs that I'm putting out on LinkedIn.
He is blogging,
yeah.
The questions that you ask on people's shows that I've been on, the questions that you ask are really, really deep questions, and sometimes when listeners hear those questions, they are kind of startled, and you ask really good questions. They're really deep questions, thought-provoking questions, and as a podcaster, that is a really, really good trait to have, to be curious and to stay curious. That's a really good thing. So out of the podcasts that I can mention for number 6, I can say How I Built This by Guy Raz. Often collaborates with business shows, growing reach through shared promotion. So shared promotion is me sending you to through my socials, and you sending me through your socials, right?
Right. So promoting you, in other words.
So
and indicating, like, for instance,
cross promotion.
Please, pick up Cyrus's, podcast, because he's phenomenal, and that way, those who are listening, who are following me, will say, okay, let me go and check him out, and that's how it is, when you go and talk to a friend or chat up with a friend, you're saying, hey, I know this guy, he's pretty much he's right up your wing, go check him out. I actually did that several times before. Yeah, I think I did send you some notifications. I wonder how those went, but you know how it is. It happened in the back door, and I'm not so sure. I'd like to follow up with you later on down the road, see how those went.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So, and by the way, we'd love to see you in Chiet's launch later on tonight as well, which is in an hour and a half.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. I'm looking forward to
She's
bantering
brilliant
with you. She's very brilliant.
She's brilliant.
The first time I met her, she was singing. She sang a song. Yes.
Yeah.
Chietza sings. You should listen to her. She's got such a beautiful voice, and it's African. And the song that she sang was a local African song from her country, Zimbabwe. And it was so passionate, and I really felt for it. I fell for her because of that song, and it's kind of like different from how I fell for Cyrus, because Cyrus is intellectually marvelous, really up there.
Thank you.
And that's why Cyrus, I'm attracted to Cyrus, because he's extremely intelligent and smart, and
thank you so much.
Sometimes I get what he talks about, and he makes me think. That's it. He makes me think, and that's why we're doing this podcast. Is because I want to think. I want to be more like that.
Thank you. Thank you for calling me intellectual or intelligent. My mom sometimes calls me other names, but I'll have that. Thank you. Where's my mom to see this?
Mothers.
I know. Okay, so the next item that we want to, now we want to talk about email marketing. So email list, always ask your followers for their email address so you can access the mailbox easily. So you can send them a notification, and that will build loyalty and remind fans of new episodes. So if you have an upcoming episode like this launch that we have now, so we emailed people and we LinkedIn people and we Facebooked people, right? And then sent them the notifications, the invitation links, sorry. So that's going to create some sort of curiosity. They're going to click on it. They're going to find out, oh, it's Saturday. It's 8 p.m. We're going to go and find out. And by the way, it's UK time, 8 p.m. UK time. What time is it in California now?
Right now it's 10:36 a.m. in the morning.
Have you had your breakfast yet?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Just before your call, early this morning, I just finished having my breakfast. I had an English muffin. I had some yogurt. This was raspberry yogurt, and on top of that, I also had a croissant. So French. So I went to England. I went to France, and and then I came to America for breakfast. And
well done for going to England. And it's okay you went to France. It could be worse. So number 7, we were talking about that one, guys. Work Life is an example of a good podcast by Adam Grant. Features podcast recaps in his newsletter. So he sends newsletters and then sends a recap of the podcast inside that email. That's clever. Keeping listeners engaged and coming back, right? So when you send it to the email, they're like, okay, it's so easy. I'm going to go to my mailbox, click on the podcast, and that increases the respect that they have for you because you make their life easier, right? Instead of asking them to go to such and such address, you just ask them to go to your own email. Now click on that link. Now listen to us, right? And find out what words of wisdom Calm shared with the Spotlight listeners. So number 8, consistency. Now, one of the things that people feel, this is really important, guys. One of the things that people feel is going to increase their followers is good content, or I don't know, good visuals or good audio. No, my friend, no. The best thing that increases your followers' numbers is consistency. Let me give you an example. If I tell you guys every day, right, I'm going to turn up at 10 p.m. UK Standard Time, right? GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. If I tell you 10 p.m. I'm there, and you see me every day at 10 p.m., little by little, we're going to become friends, right? Consistency creates friendship, loyalty, affection, right? Because they know you turn up for them. What do you think they're going to do for you? They're going to turn up for you, right? So if you turn up one day and you don't turn up another day, that's not consistent. People don't feel you're going to be there for them. You know, when you feel like someone's always there for you, that is consistency. That's the definition of consistency. Such and such person is always there for me. So as an example, any time of the day I can call Calm, and he answers the phone and says, "Oh, what's up?" So that's consistency.
Sorry, don't make that a habit. Don't make that a habit. But that would be that's basically what you're talking about. It's basically habits, and people need to have good habits. And if you have good habits, people will always love that you're keeping up with your good self, with their good self, because it's not about you, it's about them, and them having a good habit is clicking on you and saying, "Oh, there you are, and that's Cyrus. Oh, Cyrus, please go ahead, talk. Yes, I have time for you, absolutely." And if he's consistent all the time, all he's doing is just getting them to, you creating a habit within that person. He comes and he's always it's like looking forward to coffee in the morning. Cyrus is always there at that time, and they're gonna bang. Oh, he's here. Bang. Oh, I could time myself.
People love it.
Yeah,
people love it. When they see consistency, they just love it because it creates predictability. You know, brain is a pattern recognition machine, right? So it's like a guided missile, right? It just tries to find patterns, tries to understand them, and pick up the good ones that it likes. So as an example, one of the good things that I like is such and such time. My favorite podcaster uploads the episode, and I get to listen to it. Okay, so I'm a podcast kind of person, right? So I like it when my favorite podcaster uploads the podcast at such and such time, or my favorite animator releases an episode of animation, such as Rick and Morty, right? So that is just an example, right? So the example I want to give you for consistency is the Tim Ferriss show. Stays top ranked because Ferriss has delivered weekly episodes for over 10 years without big breaks. Okay,
that's a record.
That is something. That is something, isn't it? So consistency, right? So number 9, engage with your listeners. Carl, are you going to take this one?
Interaction is so important. It's so important. Why? Because it's about valuing your customers. The value is there. When you engage with them, they engage with you. They have feedback. They give you feedback. You give them feedback. It's like having a chat. Any doesn't like any. I guess that's why any shows are successful, is that you basically get to see two people engage with each other. If you're uncomfortable with engaging, you actually see other people engage with each other, and that's always consistent. And it makes you feel like as if you're a fly on the wall or in the background, and you're watching, some sort of episode going on at this particular junction in time, and you're like, oh my gosh, this happened and that happened, and it's something that you can talk about the next time you get up and you go to work and you say, oh, you know what, this fella talked about this, that fella talked about this, and this is what they did, this is what they said. And if it's positive stuff, then hey, why not just use it? Go with it, fly with it, talk to your friends about it. These are the types of conversations that a lot of other people enjoy. And at the same time, you can even invite other people to come and watch that particular episode or podcast, because most of this stuff is recorded, and you can send them to the link. And then eventually you'll have a community of people that you can actually go and discuss this with, or discuss the episode with. And that's more enjoyable, sharing or collaborating with, listening collaboration, or collaboration listening, something like that. What do you think, Cyrus? Well, can you give it a name?
I think when I listen to people who come to me and say, I don't have any interaction. There's no engagement. I don't know what to do. The answer is really simple. Engage with them. Don't wait for them to engage with you. You engage with them. Let me give you an example. In the comments, I want you guys to go ahead and tell us what you think of what Calm just said. Or in the comments, please say what you think of what I'm talking about, right? So interact with us, please. Simple as that. Just communicate with you. There are people who are listening to you. There are people like you, right? And some of them are more intelligent than us. Most of them are more intelligent than us, right? So it is really simple and straightforward, isn't it? So communicate with them, ask questions, or get them to ask questions. So let me give you another example. People who've been watching us for 36 minutes now, thank you so much. In the comment section, please tell us what you think. What is it that you want us to create an episode on next time, right? So communicate with us. So it's not a community without communication. Communication creates communities, right? Or should I say interaction builds communities. So use listeners' questions and shortcuts. So to use one of the listeners, thanks for answering. Thanks for sending the questions, by the way, guys, to info@whisperboy.com. By the way, Omar, thank you so much. Omar says, morning, kind folks. Thank you so much, Omar. It's evening here, but good morning to you, Omar, because you are.
Yeah, good morning to you, Omar.
Yeah, good morning to you. He's the he's the host of Zoom Party. That's his show. And we have Sasha from Wales. Sasha says, hello, everybody. Yeah, he's one of my future podcasters as well. He's talented. He predominantly wants to talk about paranormal activities.
Oh.
And, yeah. And people love paranormal activities, or I don't know, or maybe conspiracy theories. And so basically, he's a very interesting person, right? He's a very interesting person, and he has very interesting. He's got knowledge that is very interesting.
Right.
Definitely find him on LinkedIn. Definitely, he's on LinkedIn now.
Oh,
as of a few days ago.
I'll look out for you.
Definitely.
You can look out for me too. We can connect.
Sasha, you just found a friend. So you just found a friend on our show. Yeah, that's no, listen. Honestly, this is the beauty of this show. He's in Wales, I'm in England, and you in California, in the United States, right? Look at this triangle. Look at this triangle, right? So the triangle is England, Wales, the United States. So that is how friendships are formed. Sasha, please send Calm a message, or Calm, please definitely contact Sasha Sarwa after the show. So sure. This is how communities are formed, right? So you have to connect people to each other. That's how a community is formed, right? I have friends all over the world because of this podcast. I have friends in Australia. The best friend I have in Australia is Keith Keller. He's a really successful host. They told him you can't succeed, and look at him now. He's got he's got decades of experience now, and he made it. He was told you can't. This guy doesn't take no for an answer. Can't is not in his vocabulary. He's a can-do guy, basically. He knows all the equipment. He can sit down with you and explain about what kind of stuff you should be using. Keith Keller will sit down with you and tell you, I don't know, use this kind of cable, use that kind of equipment, set this piece of equipment with that piece of equipment. He's clever he has the knowledge, but he's also clever about how to connect things and give you good audio, right? An audio that soothes your soul.
Yes. Right,
yeah?
right.
The audio that will soothe your soul.
Connects you. The one that works for your voice. Because you really need to have that, and the equipment needs to interact, because it's all about resonating. You need to resonate with your equipment, so to speak.
Absolutely, yeah. You need to know what's going on in that equipment, and if anything goes wrong. And one of the biggest problems that people tell me that they experience is they are technophobes. So that means they are scared of technology, right? So please remember, if there's an app that you don't know how to work with, just learn 20 things about it. You are already in, right? Just remember, as soon as you unlock the door, you open the door, and by taking the first step in, you are in the room. That's how it works, okay? So with the app, the same thing is happening with the apps, right? Or applications or software. Learn 15, 20, 25 things about the app, okay? If you have problems, it's already on there, right? So it's lack of effort. It's not lack of information. We live in the abundance of information age, abundance of information era, right? So we live in that era. So if you have any problems, come to me. Come to Zara, my co-host and co-pilot. So we will help you with the equipment. Do not worry. Remember, equipment does the job. You're not supposed to worry about it, right? It's a microphone, right?
It's a tool.
Don't be scared of tech. Tech is helpful. Tech is there for you to connect you to your audience. Focus on your audience. Remember what you want to tell your audience. Today, I want to tell my audience that you are worth it. Yeah, put the effort in. You are worth it. Your business is worth it, right? If you feel you deserve selling more to the market, if you feel your service needs to be known and needs to be used, needs to be famous, yeah, of course, tell people about it. And remember, if you don't have a podcast and your sales are low, podcast can increase your sales levels because you'll be in people's head. The next time they need your service in audio, who are gonna go to? Yeah, who are they gonna call? Please don't tell me Ghostbusters, right? They're gonna call you. Who are they gonna call? They're gonna call you. They're gonna call your podcast and ask for your services and products. Number 10. We're going to talk about the last item, guys. Out of the 10 ways to grow your podcasts, listeners and viewers, run paid ads. Ads target new audience you can't reach organically. So as an example, if I want to reach people in Argentina, you should run ads. And if you don't know anyone in Argentina, I have recently purchased a domain called, it's for a phone charger. It's called Chargentina. So it's a charger. I just mixed Argentina. I know it's bad, isn't it? I mixed. Anyway, so moving.
You just have to say it. Well, that was good.
I had to. Yeah, I had to do that. To give you another example, I'm going to share this one.
Oh, Gary Vaynerchuk. I know him.
Okay, so I'm going to where is it? Oh yeah, this one. This is one of my clients said, I want a brand for hammer, for hammers, and I want it to be all American. I want an American hammer brand. I said, all right, you can have Hammerica. And I designed this.
Whoa, that's very nice.
Smashing hits.
Oh, the glass is broken. I get it. What's this one?
All right, so that needs editing, that one. So
okay. Yeah, but
so these are the different types of hammers. They're all American. but American manufacturers.
Hmm. This one is the one that stuck out. Yeah, I like the beak, the eagle.
Oh yeah, that was my design as well. So, so this is an example of branding, basically. So you find out what the customer needs, and create a brand for them, and it's there and then when the customer feels satisfied, because you first thought about what they need, you listen to them, right? Yeah. So that is also all of this. I've created this with artificial intelligence.
I like the yellow hat.
Yeah.
The T-shirt. Can I get a T-shirt?
Absolutely. I created that.
Yeah.
I wrote that piece of poetry for them as well. That lyrics is, in DIY, it's not the charms, the wits, or polished grammar. Hit the nail on the head with the right hammer. Right? So
yeah. I like that.
So,
I want to put that in the back of that T-shirt, you know?
Absolutely.
And show it off.
Absolutely.
I'm going to make an order.
I love this one personally. I love this one.
You nailed it.
America, you nailed it. So that's the slogan now. Anyway, so now the number 10 that we were talking about. So the Gary V audio experience, that's the name of the podcast by Gary Vaynerchuk, pushes episodes with paid promo to expand his global partnership. So he's the wine guy. He's the guy who made his dad's business explode. Really.
Yes, that's right. Gary Vaynerchuk. He's also he's also on LinkedIn quite a bit.
He is. He's mostly he's on all platforms really. In this day and age, if you want to succeed, you have to be on all platforms at the same time, and you should have this unified kind of branding strategy, right? And just to make sure you won't miss out on the extra reach that other brands give you, right? Other platforms give you. Some people say, "Oh, I don't like YouTube." I'm like, "Oh, you don't like one of the best tools out there to advertise you?"
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm not a TikTok person." You don't have to be a TikTok person to have an account on TikTok. Yeah, have it. If you don't want to be on it, if you want to have a faceless brand, it's fine. Use your brand and create your advertising material and put it on there. You don't necessarily have to show your own face. You don't necessarily have to have a presence yourself, but get your. So people usually come to Zara Camp and say, I don't know how to create these platforms. Can you do it for me? And then she takes over their platform altogether, all 3, 4 of them, 5 of them, and then she runs them for. So she's the collaborative director of Whisperboy now, Zara Camp. So she runs the whole show for them, and they just enjoy the show really. So
that's a very good service.
And then
I really like that.
we also help people to create their own podcasts, and we create the socials for them as well. Sometimes the podcast that people create is faceless. That means they're not present on it themselves. And
faceless podcast.
Yeah. So just to give you another example, I have a wine brand called Bonovinotte, right? Bonovinotte. There you go.
Bienvenue.
Yeah, so that's Bonovinotte, and
It's not with a B. It's Bono Vinote. Okay.
It's Vino.
Vino Vivote. Vino.
Yeah, no, that's the name of the that's the because I created a story
Oh,
behind
V is
this.
Vino. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, V is for Vino. V for Vino. So there's this magician who, if you go to Bono Vinote in the middle of the screen, you will be able to read the story that I wrote 2 years ago. So I created that story. And there's this wizard who creates this wine. That's the whole story behind the wine. So yes. I love it.
You should give the wizard a rabbit. You should give the wizard black hair.
Yeah.
Make him look more like you. I'm serious.
No.
Oh, why? Why would you?
No.
I'm going to talk to Zara about this. We're going to outrank you. I'm going to gang up with her, and you're going to see the gang up.
So no, honestly, check this. So this guy basically created. So we guys, thanks for watching so far. We've finished the lesson today. So the lesson's finished. Now, I just wanted to have a conversation with Calm and you guys together, all of us, about the story that I wrote 2 years ago. So basically, this guy created this. This guy unfortunately dies at old age. He's a really, really old wizard. So he had this wine formula. Then his son became the head of the village. He became the chief of the village, and he basically added a few things to the wine and made it better, improved the formula, right? So the guy who died, his name was Dominos Bonovinote, Dominos Grappa Bonovinote, right? So I know. So he died, and then his son became the chief of the village, right? So what he did was he added a few things to the wine, right? Unicorns' happy tears.
Oh, that is interesting.
So he infused it, right? So angels, opposite of fears. And what else did he add to it? He had secretly infused the wine with unicorns' happy tears, leprechauns' laughter and cheers, and the angels' opposite of fears. The magical concoction made the wine beloved by kind-hearted and good-natured people. The villagers loved and respected Dominus Bonovinote so much they affectionately named his magic wine "Class in My Glass." So they really liked him. So everyone in this village, almost everyone in this village was complainers. So this village was in a parallel universe, and nobody else could see them. Just the people of the village could see each other, right? So they were in this parallel universe, similar to Earth, planet Earth, but it wasn't on planet Earth anyway. So then after a while, they carried on complaining, and their complaining only stopped when they had the wine, the Bonovinote wine, right? So, but when they were sober, they would complain about everything again. So Bonovinote told everyone, tonight at 12 o'clock, I want everyone in the assembly point, right? Around the fire in the middle of the village. So everybody assembled. So they all gathered around. Then he said, from now on, if if you want to complain, it's fine, okay? But I have added some stuff to it, right? We have added some stuff to it, and you will be able to get what you want, right? I'm going to help you stop complaining and give you what you want. However, there will be consequences as a result of your own complaints, and your wish is coming true. So there's going to be consequences, right? So, here it is. He said to them, you have to say a magic spell. After you say the magic spell, whatever you hate or you're complaining about will vanish. And it will go to somewhere called Vanish Banish, which was somewhere that nobody could see. So a lot of people who had been cancelled out ended up in that Vanish Banish area, right? So they disappeared from their timeline.
Wow.
So they disappeared from their they disappear. So as an example, if I hated you and I set the spell, that would make you disappear, and then I would never be able to see you ever again, right? So I would miss out on my friend. If I said I hate one of my friends or hate someone, that person would disappear entirely, right? And I would never be able to ever see them again. So the magic spell was iron, copper, silver, gold. Ice is hot and fire's cold. 3 sips of that wine, and that's it. Their wish would come true. So whatever they hated, it would disappear.
So what happened?
Now, I'm going to tell you one of the characters. So this story, it's a short story. You can read it yourself. But I'm going to tell you about one of the characters who's my favorite character. Tobias. Chapter 44. Tobias Bigotson. He was a bigot. Right. Sorry. So Tobias made the wish, right? And he had 3 sips of the wine. Right?
Yeah.
So
Tobias made a wish. He had 3 sips of the wine.
Yes.
What happened to him?
Mm-hmm. So basically, Tobias Bigotson went to the Great Wizard's office and said, I've been bottling up my anger and resentment for so long. Yeah, for long enough. Today is the day. I'm banishing people. Vino, the wizard, calmly replied, be careful now. Things have changed. Surely you've heard about the new rules, yeah? I know about the new rules, and today I'm here to vanish a few people from my life because I have had enough of them, Tobias said. So, he made that wish, didn't he?
Yeah.
This is him. Today I'm vanishing. Yes, Tobias said, today I'm vanishing people of certain color who come here to our village and take our jobs. I'm vanishing women for their bad driving and crazy ideas. And last but not least, I'm vanishing gays from wanting to get married in our to other gays. Marriage is between men and women, not men and men, or women and women. At this point, Vino had already come up with at least five ways to hurt this 15th century village idiot. But he just smiled and poured him a glass of Bonavinote. Because he knew what was going to happen, right? And put it on the table in front of him. Now he has a decision to make, don't he? Vino thought sometimes our new wishes get cancelled by our old ones. I'm wondering if he will ever understand this. Tobias Bigotson. It was called, it was Tobias, but it sounds like too biased, isn't it? So Tobias Bigotson picked up the glass and said the spell. Iron, copper, silver, gold, ice is hot and fire's cold. And then had 3 sips of Bonavinote. Bam. The wish is going to come true. Now, Tobias goes home, right? Tobias Bigotson had a bottle of limited edition Bonavinote gifted to him by a friend years ago, which he had saved for a special occasion. 2 weeks after making his wish, he woke up thinking it would be a great idea to invite his friends over, crack open the rare bottle of wine, and celebrate his upcoming 60th birthday. But as he reached for his phone to send out the invitations, he felt a sharp pain in his left arm. He was having a heart attack. Am I putting you to sleep, Carl?
No.
That's good.
I'm listening.
So, that's good. In a panic, Tobias called emergency services, begging for an ambulance. As he lay on the floor, his arm numb and room spinning, the bitter irony of his situation began to sink in. So he begins to realize what the hell he's done. He had wished away all the people who could save him. People he had dismissed as lesser or unworthy. Now, helpless and alone, he was just feet away from his rare bottle of Bonavinote. Now he's looking at the bottle, isn't he? And he knows he's dying. He chuckled bitterly, realizing that the bottle wouldn't do him any good now. I wanted a world where only people like me existed, he thought. But what good is that world if there is no one left to save me? A few minutes later, the ambulance arrived, but he couldn't hear or see anyone at the house. The emergency services had dispatched an ambulance to his house, manned by 2 paramedics. One was Dr. Karma Zier. Karma is here. Karma's there. An experienced female doctor.
Oh.
And the other was Lee Ironica, a competent nurse who happened to be both gay and of a certain color. If you reverse Lee and Ironica, you know what you're going to get, don't you? Ironically.
Ironically.
The whole situation is ironic, isn't it?
It's ironically. So, yeah.
However, when they arrived at his address, they found the house empty. So now, he's disappeared from their timeline. They have disappeared from his, right?
Yeah.
Tobias was lying onto the floor, on the floor, only a feet away from his limited edition Bonovinote, waiting for the paramedics he could not see or hear. He wished someone would come to help him, but sadly sometimes our new wishes get cancelled out by our old ones. The cruel twist of fate revealed that his wish had erased all females, all the homosexuals,
Something's happening to the audio.
people of certain color from his timeline, including the very individuals who could have saved his life.
There's a lot of noise coming through the audio.
Okay, so if you're interested in reading this story, please go to bonovinote.com and read this story. So bonovinote.com/our story. So, guys, so the point is, hate is wrong. Spread love, and that will create a community for you. Okay, that was number 9 out of 10 ways to grow your engage with the listeners, right? So
No, number 10 was what you
interaction
wanted.
builds communities. Yep. Number 10 was something else. It was run paid ads. So yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah. So basically, this story is about. This story stands against misogyny, homophobia, and also racism, and also ageism, and many other isms that are not supposed to be promoted and are supposed to be buried in the ground because they don't have any business to be on the ground. So, guys, my message to you guys is love each other and support each other, because you're on this planet Earth for a limited number of years. Don't forget that. So I just want to thank every single one of you for listening to the show, for watching the show. I am honored and I'm grateful. Thank you.
Thank
Calm,
you.
thank you so much for joining us. And any closing comments, Calm, for our
Yeah,
audience, because you are a gift to my audience today. So please go ahead and share some thoughts.
It's been a wonderful period of time for me to spend with you guys. And I certainly appreciate you coming over and spending time with me. And I'd love to spend more time with you any time that you come, and even if you want to rewind this podcast, listen to it over and over again so that we can spend all day together, that's fine with me too. I just love spending time with you. I certainly appreciate you allowing me to come over and join you, Cyrus. This is the first time I've actually done this, and I hope it works. It turns out well in terms of listening back to it. I'm going to take a look at that later on, and you have been absolutely and utterly phenomenal. I'm never going to stop saying that, but that's just about me. And
Thank you so much.
I love what you do, and I love what you and Zara are accomplishing with the podcast. I think that song that you had playing earlier had Zara's name in it, and it was really neat. I really enjoyed it, and I loved it. I like the way it bangs out, and I appreciate you putting that together. I'm sure both of you collabed for that, but it was really awesome.
Absolutely.
Next time,
Calm. The most important thing is, did you enjoy yourself? That's the most important thing.
Positively. You find you see me at kind of like, I woke up at 3 a.m. in the morning. So right now it's about 10, and I've been up for all this time. And around about this time is when I get to snoozing, because I get kind of a little bit tired. But this has been quite an enlightening moment for me, that I'm actually pushing through and staying up. And I certainly appreciate you for helping me enjoy this moment, because it's also one of those things that we talked about today with Annie, and said, change comes, and you have to embrace it. So I'm embracing the change that you brought in my life. I certainly appreciate it. Thank you very much, Cyrus.
This was Calm from Victorville, California. Thank you so much for joining us, Calm. See you in the next episode, guys. If you haven't created a podcast yet, please create one. Take good care of yourselves, and please reach out to us if you need help. We will help you. www.whisperboy.com. Absolutely.
Yes, whisperboy.com. And he's from Manchester, United Kingdom.
Thank you so much, guys.